Let's talk about something that's not very happy, which is the new America's Next Top Model
Did you
documentary.
guys watch America's Next Top Model when it was on?
I was in and out. It was on UPN, which is a now defunct network. It became the CW.
Yeah, I never had heard of that. I watched it on Hulu like years ago. Like it was a while ago, but it was not when it was on.
Right.
When
that's
Hulu was
interesting.
like
I was too
kind of a
busy running around in the
substitute.
woods with no shoes on, I think, when it was like on.
You were touching grass.
Yeah, I was doing that.
You got enough of that, and now you're moving on to the online.
Now I moved on to toxic
Running
reality
around doing
TV.
that and cutting hair.
Yes.
While running around.
Side questing.
So there's a new Netflix documentary about America's Next Top Model, which, if you haven't seen the show, it is a reality TV program in the heyday of reality TV. Where
Fear Factor, Survivor, that era.
The
Buying
Real
a
World.
woman.
It was. I feel like people don't even remember The Real World, but that was, one of the OG reality TV programs. And
Road Rules.
the concept was it was a competition show hosted by Tyra Banks, who was a famous supermodel, like in her kind of peak at that time in terms of like cultural awareness, and was essentially, ostensibly, I should say, taking these young wannabe models under her wing and teaching them the ropes of the industry. And even, I think their mission that they failed on was kind of challenging some of the norms of
it was like Fear Factor, but for models, basically.
Fear Factor, but it kind of was.
Girl factor.
They were like, okay, we're gonna cover you in meat now, and we're gonna hang you from the ceiling.
They did some of the. So the challenges, it is in the worst era of reality TV, which was all id. You know what I mean? It was like literally, what can we do for the maximal money and outrage? And there's no societal pushback, really.
Yes.
No, they were like trying to push boundaries. The boundaries were like moving so fast because reality TV was such a hungry monster, where it was like, make this more uncomfortable, push this boundaries, like we want to see more, bigger, better. And people at that time like just weren't really fighting back because they wanted to be on reality TV shows.
And I think that was the expectation of just being like, media requires sacrifice. Like, I'm a painter, so I have to cut my fucking ear off. There was no world where you could just have a show like Love Island where it's basically just people hanging around being hot. They had to institute a Big Brother style game. It's like, who can wear the whole outfit on their toes?
And another thing about reality TV show back then is nowadays you go on a reality show, like let's say Love Island, right? Who the fuck cares who wins Love Island? Because everybody gets social media followers. Like the biggest stars are not the ones that win.
You want, like, the big double-edged sword of reality TV is you want the good edit and you don't want the bad edit. If you get the bad edit, you're a villain.
Yeah, you want the Leah and Rob edit.
Right.
From Love Island.
You have to be extremely likable or hateable.
Yes.
And if you are in the middle, you're edited to be boring or hateable.
Yep.
Yeah. Now let's talk about some of the challenges. So the challenges are usually these high concept photo shoots because they're models, and that's like what we'll have to do. And they come up with some sort of conceit where they say this is super important about being a model. And then the things they do a photo shoot in raw meat.
Yes.
They do a photo shoot where
they did like the 7 Deadly Sins, where each of them did that.
One of the crazier ones is they all pose as victims of horrible crimes.
Yes.
So a woman who's shot in the head.
She okay?
Well, you have to watch the show to find out.
Yeah, and then she's like, my story is I've actually been, and this is, I guess, trigger warning for like body horror or descriptions of bodily violence, but it's obviously fake for the TV. Yeah. My backstory is I was disemboweled and all of my organs were removed.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I've really got to get into character.
I got to get into character.
Is this what heaven's like? People trauma dumping the crazy way they died.
Yeah.
Tyra Banks is, I assume, there.
Oh, you died
Show and
in
tell.
your 90s from a long-term disease. Oh, I had my head exploded by a semi-truck, but I guess I'm more interested.
It's like, you know how friends do like the PowerPoint catch-up? Have you seen those? It's like you do that when you get into heaven. You're like, okay, we'll check.
Yeah, I got some. So this documentary looks at some of the, and these are the surface level problematic things. And so this documentary goes back and looks at
and brings, this is the craziest part. I don't know how, it must have been a paycheck. They bring Tyra, bring the other, I don't remember the other two.
Miss J.
Yeah.
Manuel. J.
Okay.
Close enough.
Okay.
And then the British guy.
Oh, Nigel Barker.
All the pieces.
Yes.
Nigel Barker.
Wordle goes crazy.
Yeah.
Audio.
Yeah. Yeah, they bring them all back, and obviously all of them have so many complications and demons and conflict with each other. And
they also have the showrunner. Who is like because Tyra was, she was an important part of the creation of the show, but she wasn't the puppeteer.
Yeah.
She had even the
master.
thinnest reason to appear human.
Yeah.
As opposed to just being evil.
That's not to let her off the hook. She had an immense amount of power, but she wasn't in terms of the conceit of the show.
Yeah.
The guy who was the puppeteer showrunner had he was coming off of another show that was big.
I have no idea.
I can't remember. But anyway, I think of reality show producers as some of the lowest moral people in our society.
Yeah.
Because
they're pot stirrers.
Yep.
They're what?
They're pot stirrers.
Yes, exactly.
They get in there and they say like how, and now one of the things they were talking about in the thing too is it's like their job is to get in there and be like, do you hear what so-and-so said about you?
Well, and that's a thing I started to learn from when I would like make videos about reality TV, and you see like they always want to get the shot. And we're going to talk about some of the horrible stuff. And I'm going to have to say some trigger warnings for that when we get to it. But like, it's a combination of doing something for the story. For example, in one of the girls' backgrounds, her mother had been shot and was paralyzed and was in a wheelchair. And obviously they know that. And so tell me why, when they do the people who have experienced horrible, like who are dead photo shoot, they have the woman whose mother was shot be the one who was shot in the head.
I think when
we pulled this one out of the hat.
What do you know? What are the odds?
Is that like membrane of capital thing where the ultimate justification for anybody who has just accepted, has signed up for, but line goes up, is that line went up. It's the classic.
It's a Mr. Beast.
Yes, it's that kind of classic argument when you're like, I don't know how to explain humanity to you. I don't know how to explain empathy or care or principle.
Yeah, it's like the boundary that happens in most people's heads that goes,
and
maybe not.
That's like
or that
demon.
has empathy or sympathy for your fellow person.
Or even, just cynically speaking, cares if people think they're disgusting.
Right.
Like, if I worked on a show, that's the thing. When I'm getting in the way while taking a photo of something or filming something, I'm not like altruistically like, I'm in the way, that is wrong. Little part of it's that, but the other part is like, wow, they're gonna think I'm a fucking asshole.
I think there's a certain thing where it's like, do I want respect of my peers or the people that are consuming my content? And if your answer to that is no, then it frees you up to do some of the worst shit.
True.
You
New
will
skill tree unlocked.
No, literally. And it's got all the best stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, horrible. I'm gonna try to walk through the tier list of horrible things that they did. So so first of all, Tyra, ostensibly as a woman of color in this fashion industry, which is only like the money is in staying true to all of these existing beauty ideals that are extremely like Western, white, thin, etc. And she is seemingly trying to buck those things. But then the actions go the other way.
Yeah.
Because this is a thing that was, and this is where Tyra does not come off well in this documentary. She comes off as deflecting almost everything.
Oh, like just even the way she's delivering what she's saying, you're like, there is not a soul behind those eyes, It's
so...
She looks like the kind of person that would grab the back of your neck when she's talking to you, like to make eye contact.
I love you.
It's like how an LLM, like people like fall in love with ChatGPT because it's so like validating and it says all the right things. But I'm like, the soul here is very
calculated,
dark. It's very calculated. And that's like what I'm getting from, and I really liked Tyra Banks from the movie Life Size.
I think that you're the second person that's said that this week, and that's the only thing that I've ever heard anybody say, this is her thing that I liked.
Yeah, she's kind of I guess I'd compare her to Maid Marian the Fox from the Robin Hood cartoon or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit, but like...
but a lot of times Tyra will be like, well, it was of the time in our 2020 lens.
She says 2026 lens.
Yeah, and it's like well...
The appeal to history thing is always a little iffy because it's like, so you just weren't moral, but it's okay.
It's like sometimes of course, I'm somewhere in the gray area where a lot of times things are different, you know, from the past, but it's not a thing to like hide behind.
It's
Also,
not the question.
Yeah.
It's an unrelated.
Exactly.
Like, so why did you do that? Like, well, it was 2005.
Well, everyone was doing it. No one would question it, and we made more money that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why did it
exactly.
change?
Yeah.
What? Like, someone must have.
And it's like, and it changed because people, and I do think the internet partially gives like people more community who were in maybe felt like on the fringes of society and felt more emboldened, or like, for example, like when we had the Me Too movement and stuff, where it's like people are finally speaking out, and it was like there was strength in numbers to empower people to speak to an experience that so many women have had, right? And
We think it's good. You don't like it.
Thank you so much.
yeah. Tier list of horrible things. Lots of body shaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of body shaming. It'll be like the tiniest woman in the world, and then they'll call her fat.
It's like, it's that one girl that they were like, going back to like when you said they gave the girl the wheelchair one when she had like the history of whatever. It was like, there was this one girl that was tiny, and I guess she was the fat one. And so they were like, okay, everybody's gonna get an animal for this shoot. We're all getting different animals, and you're the elephant. Or it was like, we're doing the 7 deadly sins. You're gluttony. And it was like, you're watching this just going, what the hell? But they would do that. They would like find a girl, and then they would decide this was going to be her story.
Right.
And then all of the challenges now are circled around her story.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's
It
the
feels
easier,
her story.
less valuable choice.
It feels like a psychological abuse, or what am I saying? It's psychological
No, it was.
torture.
Yeah, it was.
Like, because they are just, you were in this bubble. You can't even leave production after you've been eliminated because of
Yeah,
spoiler
that was
reasons.
crazy.
Yeah. So you just have everyone telling you that you're like a fat monster. And it's
they
like,
have people come into the rooms actually and just yell that at them.
it's like, what the fuck? They also overcorrect later because they have like a plus size woman who even the concept of plus size has like evolved now. And I think that I can't speak for this community, but what I've seen from the plus size community is oftentimes they will still take women with slimmer frames and call them plus size, which doesn't help with the acceptance of like all body types, because it's still conforming. It's conforming to this like kind of normalizing of a standard of what a body should look like.
I like black people, but I prefer light skin. They're like the nice black
Well,
people.
that's the thing. It's like even in there's a woman who is a darker skinned woman, and she was in one of the early Cycles seasons, and
yeah, they call them cycles.
they call them Cycles, and is that a fashion thing?
I don't think so, but I think it was because they were doing multiple a year.
Eventually,
maybe?
they were doing multiple a year. All right, maybe even from the jump. But first of all, this darker black woman, like, and they're not going to discuss colorism. That's off the table. But what they will do is not have people on hand who know how to cut her hair.
Oh.
And she gets like bald
and she was
spots.
gay too, so they were like, "Oh, okay."
Pick a struggle.
They were like, "All right."
Yeah. Gotcha. And so yeah, they cut her hair. They don't know how to cut her hair.
Yeah.
She gets like bald spots in her hair from the cut. She said that, like, 'cause she's in the documentary now, and she's obviously this gorgeous woman, and is talking about how when that happened, she thought Tyra was gonna come and talk to her as a woman of color, like, hey, as a black woman specifically, and be like, oh, hey, this wasn't cool. But instead was like, oh, the producers think you're coming to set ashy.
Yeah.
And you need to moisturize.
So
and
then that became like a plot where they were like the other girls now, and they were like, okay, well, here's like 6 different products to use. And then the other girls were like, so the door handles are kind of oily.
Yeah, you're too oily now.
Yeah. And it just became like a whole story.
And it's like, this woman cannot fucking exist. Like, just let her be.
The door handles are oily.
Yeah, because you're.
No. You can,
They did. They had like a sit, and it was like
Yeah,
it was
like-
like 3 girls, and then the other girl was sitting across, and they were like, we don't know what kind of products you're using, but like there's oil all over the house.
That's gotta be, was it Ken Mock?
Yeah.
Ken Mock sneaking in with a little bit of cocoa butter and wiping it over there. There's
No,
just
literally.
no way.
Like that's the thing. It's like because we don't know, and I have to believe that everything they did was like this, where it was done for there's no integrity to the competition, because they would put people, like they took photos, and you remember what photos and poses you did, and then you'd go up and they'd show a photo that's clearly like one of the worst photos you took, and then they'd shit on you for it.
They'd be like, so you're drooling in this one.
Yeah.
Is that the best one?
This one's blurry. Why'd you make it blurry?
Yeah, the photographer just taking a
you
selfie?
blinked, it looks like, in this one. Why were you having your eyes closed the entire photo shoot? And we will watch clips once we've continued setting the stage of how horrible this is. Couple things. These girls are all young. They're like 18 to 21 usually.
Another good reason they're probably not pushing back on like anything that's happening is that they are children.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
You know, like,
not to mention, in this dental thing, they were like they like got a waiver to sign, and they didn't have like anyone in their corner to be with them when they were like signing away their rights. And then basically
wouldn't have even been allowed to, probably. Like, they weren't allowed to make calls or like call in. They'd be like, we don't have phones anymore.
it literally is. I mean, your first job, you can be told pretty much anything.
Yeah.
You'd be like, your name is spelled with an O.
Like,
You're Psalm.
I still feel like,
I guess.
I don't think that reality TV producers are demons exactly, but I do think that like they exhibit demon behavior when they are all in this group think of like that
well, they
system.
don't want to be the guy that's like, that's too much, because that guy gets fired.
That's
because
too good of an
ratings want
idea.
more.
They're basically saying like, that's too good. You shouldn't do the thing that's really
You
good.
know what? This is good enough. We did it. Let's just do it this way forever.
Let's just make it so he was evil because he had autism.
So this one girl, like they remove her teeth, and they basically getting veneers is like a big operation. They shave their teeth down and do the veneers thing.
And it's something you have to cater the rest of your life. You don't just leave them forever.
She said that when she was young, she had this like inferiority thing about her teeth, and so she felt like she was like winning the lottery to be able to do this.
Yeah.
But that's part of that's the power they wield against you.
Well, and they also would say, if you don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. And so that literally is going to come up in this next person, which we'll get to. But she said that even today she has problems. Like it was all cosmetic, and none of it was like orthodontically like meant to like actually make her teeth functional. So she has like issues with her bite and stuff that she'll never
nerve
fix.
Stuff, like I would imagine, like all that
teeth
shit.
Shift a ton in your late teens, early 20s.
Well,
so they change
it's like
still.
you're still shifting so much, and also those women were like much smaller, like their skeletons. You know what I mean? So it's just like there's so much.
Still
that's
let
gonna
that baby
happen in
teeth
here.
poking through.
So there's two more horrible things, and I do feel like we should watch clips for one of the horrible things at the very least, which is the blackface one.
Which they did not once, but twice.
You have to hit
two
this.
different cycles.
They did
When
it
it's on,
two
you
different
have to.
seasons.
Oh, you hate Ryan Coogler?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's calling you.
It's everybody today.
Wakanda.
There is a thing where I'm like, Ken Mok is a demon, actual demon incarnate. I hope it's him who says it, and if not, then he's only a demon in theory for everything else. But where they say, "Oh, it's like a documentary. We have to capture everything."
Yeah.
I'm like, you are
Like
bullshitting through your fucking eyes, teeth, and mouth, because you are faking so much of this bullshit.
Yeah.
You are creating all these storylines. It's not a fucking documentary.
Yeah, it's a documentary, but you get to choose the plot.
It's a documentary of
which
like,
is not a fucking documentary.
it's not war journalism.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's like
exactly.
it's a documentary about a thing you made.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
This needs to be reported. People need to know what I'm doing.
Yeah, they were like, once that became a
need to
plot
know.
point, we had to continue capturing it.
Yeah.
What do you mean you had? It's like you were compelled by the forces of God.
Yeah.
Anyway, the doc is surprisingly like, it doesn't feel like it cleanses or launders their image.
No.
It feels like it shows them being horrible, and then in 2026 them coming to terms with that, and some people do a better job of coming to terms with it than others.
Jay, I think that's his name, Jay.
Manuel
He was the only,
or Miss J.
not Miss J, Jay.
J
Bond.
Manuel. J Manuel.
Yeah, Jim. He was the only person, like, obviously all of them just made some awful choices, but he was the only one that seemed to have some sort of kind of like real guilt reflection type things, you know?
I agree. I thought that Nigel started off strong, and then he said that thing about basically he victim blamed about the assault thing, and I was like, okay, well, fuck this guy in 2026 as well.
You can tell
they're probably so confused.
And you know, the fact that they all got fired inevitably probably was for the better, because they were able to go, oh wait, fuck that show, you know.
Jay had, it seemed like more of that introspection because he tried to quit the show and then stayed on as just talent and started to see the show for what it was before he was fired.
Was he like Rosanna?
Later, like basically he was like, I'm starting to find myself at odds with what we're doing here. I want to leave. And then Tyra like said, I'm disappointed. And then
it was specifically, I think, like the first time they did the like we're swapping races episode.
And he's like, I'm from apartheid South Africa.
And not the right one. not the kind you like.
Yeah, you should definitely. Do you have clips of that?
Yeah, I was like, that's what I was gonna say. Now that we've talked about that, we can watch these clips for the horrors that they are.
Oh, I remember there's a clip specifically where one of the girls is like modeling, and Tyra's like, she's like, think about what your people have been through, or something like that.
She's Italian. Gosh, the name of this episode just really buries the lead, huh?
It really buries the lead.
The girl who is contagious.
Is on. Be ready to show your true colors at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Holy fucking shit. Whoa.
Oh, now they're your true colors.
Oh. I was like, wait a minute.
Spiritually, I'm a black woman.
Damn, bro, they came out on extreme difficulty.
Dude, this is, and I'm not letting them off by saying a lot of TV was like this, but I'm saying this is how fucked up that time was, that a lot of TV was like
this.
It
was so awesome. We used to build things.
They got Tyra mail.
Oh yeah, I gotta sign up for that.
So today, you guys are all gonna have mustaches.
What?
Milk mustaches.
Oh, I forgot that it was.
Oh, they're doing.
Oh, it's a hat on a hat. I forgot about that.
Now there's a twist. We are actually going to switch your ethnicities.
There's this thing where we're gonna swap races, but the photo shoot, you're gonna have milk mustaches and you're Chinese, and there's gonna.
It is. Yeah, that's the fact that it's such a hat on a hat. Like you didn't need to overcomplicate this.
Like, he was trying to hide it.
Yeah.
So there's like
It's not
everybody has
racist.
to be.
It's about milk.
You have to be Kenyan, and there's this
Your bones
fun.
will be so strong. His bones are the same.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh my god, thank you, nutrients. I'm about to pass out.
Thank you so much.
Did you say something about racing?
On the persona of that other ethnicity while in the
because
photograph, and
ethnicities have
owning-
personas.
Yeah, be it loud, violent,
Yeah.
cool, smart.
Black.
You're gonna be
persona.
an East Indian. Tiffany, you're gonna be Native American. Brittany, an African American woman.
Gryffindor.
We're featuring you as a blonde.
Michelle,
Featuring you.
Is that a secret?
Yeah.
Emma's gonna be an Icelandic Scandinavian. Tatiana, a biracial woman. Wow. Swedish milkmaid.
Wow.
Becca, really dark, tanned, Italian, Sicilian woman.
It is a little weird that we're swapping your races. Now you, white lady, are gonna be a different white lady. Like I feel like they got off the hook a little
Yeah, was
bit.
this show made in like the late 1800s?
And they threw Milkmaid into that one.
Right.
Yeah, and then like, I don't know, does anybody else want to? Seems like they're doing what they
wanna
can to
trade?
distance themselves from whiteface. They're doing very little of that. It's harder to
This is the future liberals want.
Yeah.
They want to take their beautiful white women and turn them into women of color.
That screenshot, that looks like she's growing another woman out of her neck.
That's what milk does. It genuinely does look like really good CGI.
How did she do that?
She's wearing a black shirt, hoodie.
She does look like a worm.
This is my hunger when someone says there's cookies. Me when someone said lunch just got here.
Everyone's in such a good mood, I guess, because you're not allowed to not be.
You're not allowed to not be. It really is.
Yeah, what are you gonna go? Dang it!
It's when I was.
You're gonna be African American.
African woman with a head wrap and everything.
Wow, the whole African. We're going full African.
You know, and that shit.
They really do condense. They're like, you're gonna be a traditional African woman. It's like Africa's gigantic.
Content.
Like doing some African shit, probably.
Yeah, it's like that doesn't narrow it down really, but like because they're doing a cartoon version of racism, like it like makes sense.
Yeah, we're doing all of the races that were in World War I propaganda videos.
Because the specificity of like, you're going to be a Sicilian woman. Sicily's tiny.
Swedish, like Icelandic, African.
Ghetto.
You're going to be from the small Sicilian village of pizza.
Of course, we can't always make it easy, right?
It was so
You guys are
easy
gonna be
before.
Posing with someone.
By the way, that woman looked like just a girl at an anime convention.
That's the look. And you're gonna be a weeaboo.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
You want to meet who you're posing with?
Oh yeah, I forgot it's a hat on a hat on a hat.
Jared, come here.
It's a child.
They pose with children, little baby children.
To cut. You should have had the kid go like, what the fuck?
All you girls are gonna have a little 3-year-old with you in your shop.
Why are you involving the children in your demon magic?
Oh fuck.
Jared's gonna have to unpack that for
This is
a couple decades.
Protect the children, dude. What the hell?
Oh my god. Can you imagine trying to I was like a kid actor or something?
He's like, could you pull up Hulu?
Whoa. Crazy. It's only $1 to rent. Let's
Crazy.
Oh my god.
Crazy thing is, I
episode.
think these kids are now like 28.
Yeah. They're all race swapped.
So this was 21 years ago. So these people are 24 now.
So fun. I wonder if
They could be on
all
TikTok.
of them know.
They might be.
I feel like they know.
They gotta.
I feel really bad for Michelle that she's got splotches of her face just peeling off. I know that must be really hard, but at the same time, I would never want her to have her child in her arms.
What?
Sorry? Is it,
What?
It's like, what? What are you talking
Is
about?
it? Oh, the girl that's
girl's
contagious.
contagious.
That's right.
It's smallpox. Oh.
Well, she's not really contagious, right?
mean,
Because she's around everyone.
Surely.
They're worried about the kids.
That's how they further the story. Like,
Yeah.
they have their narrative.
Yeah, her story is that she has leprosy.
The story should be that we're doing blackface.
No, maybe it's so unremarkable in 2006 or whatever. They're like, you really think we can make a whole show
Was
about that?
was black white in 2005 or 2006?
I think it was 2005.
Because this is 2005 as well. So it was a huge year for blackface.
Dude, the industry must have been making so much money in the
It's like the
shoe
AI
polish.
boom. No, the blackface boom of 2005.
So it was just a bacterial skin infection, likely stemming from makeup bleach process.
Oh shoot.
So I guess they
The industry.
bleached her skin at some point, and then because of that process, her skin was vulnerable.
They bleached
and
her
she
hair,
got
and then they were
Oh
like,
my
a
God.
bacterial
"No."
skin infection.
It's like
Jesus.
actually you're ashy.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was just like the makeup they were using. They were just swapping, sharing makeup, like all that.
Also,
stuff.
like I don't know why they're. This feels like a moot point because you're about to put on race-changing makeup.
right.
Well, but I guess if it's pretend contagious.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because they put it in the title, so that's what it's about. Okay,
She's
so
releasing spores.
so we are gonna watch more of this episode on our Patreon exclusive podcast, Sad Boys Nights. But we're gonna
A
leave.
race swapped version of the show.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be a Sicilian woman.
I'm gonna stick with mine. I don't feel comfortable kind of switching it up.